Well, I've played on Drafters Fantasy every year for the past 3 or 4. I have not yet played on Drafters at all in this season. Played a little playoff best ball, so I have played in 2025, but for the regular season, I haven't gotten into it yet. So pretty excited to get started. I actually might have done some pre-draft. So maybe I've done a couple pre-draft on Drafters, but for the regular season, it's always a little bit weirder than other landscapes. Maybe not weirder. It's actually, I think, tends to be a little bit sharper than some of the other places that I draft, but it's always fun. For those who are not familiar with drafters, it is season long scoring. So there's no pods or anything. It's just weeks 1 through 17. You're competing against everybody for the highest point total. It's full PPR, 20 rounds. Those are the biggest differences. It's just cumulative points for the entire season. Competing for in the contest that I'm playing here, I'm playing the main event. It's a $20 entry. It's $500,000 to first. Important to get in now. I think I wasn't had not gotten in until I was looking today, and there is a fair bit of overlay currently. Obviously, they are hoping to fill the contest, but we're looking at just over like under 40% full currently, with less than a month left to play. So I suspect we're going to be looking at some overlay. So got to get my drafts in now. I don't think I'm going to have time to max this contest out, unfortunately, but gonna get as many drafts in as I can. How's it going, Disbanded Brotherhood? Good to see you here. Got 7 more for this draft. By the way, you can use promo code PlayerQ for a first match deposit up to $100. I think the standard is up to $50. So if you use my code, there's a link in the description of this video. Also, if you use my promo code on Drafters, if you haven't played there yet, you can get your first deposit matched up to $100. Obviously, that's only for first-time depositors. So if you've already played, not going to apply to you. But if you have not, check it out. Use the link in the description to get your first deposit matched. Very nice. Mike is joining with us. It's filling pretty quickly. Honestly, I'm impressed at how quickly this draft is filling. I keep on clicking. This is 4 times already during the stream. I've clicked on Firefox because I typically do my drafts there when I'm streaming, and for some reason I didn't do it here. I just did it in another Chrome window, and it is throwing me off. My Chrome windows are all kind of weird right now. What's up, Philly Phantom? Tomorrow you can join tomorrow. What's going on, Vic? Three more to join this one. So what do I need to know? Anybody who has played on Drafters this season, is it quarterbacks going earlier than expected? I feel like that was what it was last year. I was kind of surprised by how early the quarterbacks went. Made it tougher for me to get my stacks in. It's obviously a little bit different than other forms of best ball in that I think the rookie prototype that doesn't really come on until late in the year is a little bit less valuable here. Obviously, you can still have like value. You can get points wherever you want, but it's just the back weighting of points is not as important here. Not important at all here. You just want your cumulative points for the entire season. So it doesn't matter when you get those points. Obviously, you still want to texture your team. So you got some players that are getting you points early, other players are maybe getting you points late, etc., etc. Is this Michael Dubner here? I think maybe Rotoviz. Emac in here. I didn't know Emac was a best ball player. I got the 3-hole. Anybody else? It's tough to read these names. Is this Wildcat UK? Maybe. Where's Mikey? Mikey, where are you? Okay, around 8 or 9, we're gonna have to start looking out for the quarterbacks. Oh, you're Mikey. Yeah, I see you there. You're in the 7-hole, looks like. Sorry, I think it's the resolution of my computer. A little bit tough to read the names. You can read the draft board just fine, though. That's the most important thing, I think. I'm gonna throw in a little music. Go find that. Into Space is my jam. There we go. There he is. Emac, do you feel like streaming? Want to join me? Jamar Chase 101. Bijan 102. I really no. No thanks. Not interested in that. Jahmyr Gibbs at the 104, CeeDee Lamb. Saquon falling to the 106. Maybe he files further. We'll see. Emac's praying right now. Can I get Saquon Barkley? Pretty fortuitous, though, for me to get Justin Jefferson with my first draft of the season. I saw the ETR ranks have Keenan Allen at like 139 or so in here, which, yeah, that's about where I have him. I think that is a fair spot for Keenan Allen. I've seen it elsewhere much lower. I've also seen higher. I've seen him ranked in the top 100. Kind of fun to see all the different places where you can find Keenan Allen rankings right now. But I think that that's about right where ETR has him. What's going on? The what? Enjoying the nice weather. We got pretty hot day here in Minnesota. I've actually not really been outside much at all. Walked down the block. That's it. But it was nice out. Nice and sunny. Didn't smell any smoke. Too hot. It is pretty hot out. Emac with the Neighbors BTJ start. I don't love drafting from the 3 hole. I assume it's going to be just like any other site. I'd rather have the 6 hole, I think, is the dream. 5 hole, probably my number 2 ranking, and then from there it's like after 6, I think is what I want. Maybe the 4 first, because you can sometimes get fallers there. All right, Brock Bowers. I'll take it any day. Full PPR, Brock Bowers at 22. I take it back. The 3 spot is my favorite spot. What are you guys doing with the Chargers? I don't know what to make of this. Like, their offensive line, literally in the ETR ranks, Brandon Thorne moved them from top 10 to 25th best offensive line. That's so rough. Losing Rashawn Slater. T. Higgins. Come on down. One, is it a positive or a negative that I can't use a real-time assistance tool here? Maybe there are some that work, but the Sidekick does not work for drafters. So obviously for me, it's not great. I'd rather have it available, but maybe for people drafting against me. Yeah, this is drafters, Kevin. This is the main event. $20 to enter, $500,000 to first. You can find a link in the description if you want to get your first deposit matched up to $100. Or just use promo code PlayerQ. You got Bucky to fall to the 10 spot. BTJ London Bucky. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Tyler says, what's cracking? I'm docking the Chargers quite a bit now, personally. Greg hasn't shown a great ability to scheme around it. Offense may struggle, especially with how late the injury happened in camp. Yeah, it's not ideal. Glad to hear, Airborne. I might do an update on the Eliminator video. I did, because I have some additional thoughts now. For the most part, I'm drafting the exact same way I drafted. There is a little bit, some things that I had like kind of weak conviction in that I have stronger conviction in after doing drafts with the simulator tool from Leg Up. So some of the things that I thought were correct, but wasn't totally sure because I've heard other people, kind of say the opposite. Using the Sims tool, I'm more confident in some of those takes. And then others, like some additional things. I'll straight up like Pete Overzet's stream on the Eliminator format, talking about those late buys being more powerful. I believe in that. I think that was a good note that I had not covered in my initial Eliminator video. So I might do a little update on that video. But for the most part, drafting the same way that I did when that came out. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know about this promo. W. Fumero says Drafters has an August promo for drafting 10, 20, or 30 days in a row. That's cool. It's always hard to tell if there's going to be overlay. I suspect there's going to be overlay on Drafters just because how far behind they are. And I think people are already playing on Underdog, just going to play the marathon there because like, I already got my money here. I'm not going to go join somewhere else. But then at the same time, they're obviously going to be really trying to fill it. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm guessing there's going to be some overlay. It'll be interesting to see how much. It's also 500,000 the first, whereas like the marathon is only 100,000. I mean, yeah, give me Jaden Daniels here. Seeing James Cook there, I was tempted to take James Cook for a team that I don't have a running back yet. It seems pretty late for him, but even better for Jaden Daniels. I suspect elite quarterback in this format is really good because if you just look at like cumulative scoring and like the difference in scoring for an elite quarterback for like versus like QB2, so like starting with the quarterback 13 on the season, it's like 200 points difference. You know what? Am I going to do it to him? No, I'll go Cortland Sutton. I'll let the Jalen Hurts drafter have Devontae Smith. I'm feeling charitable, and I just don't care. Like that's such a flat tier for me. Could have gotten Travis Hunter too. Oh yeah, that's a good question from Kevin. WFN. Wait, what does this mean? WFN says 57 team. You mean like 57% fill rate? It'll obviously be higher than that. Yeah, I'm a fan of this start. Would have liked to get Terry McLaurin to come back to me, obviously. But I'm cool with it. Okay, so this is that promo. 1 free ticket if you draft 10 days in a row, 2 for 20 and 3 for 30. Okay. Plus a free pick 'em entry. Cool. Oh, I see. You'd want to be at 57 already. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to catch up because I'm in too many other things right now. Chuba at 64 gets a little bit of a discount for a full PPR, but I mean, in a format where those early points count just as much as the late point, that feels pretty good. Jealous of that. Do I go Burrow here? Get my second quarterback locked in? Could do it. Get Dubner back. He took Terry from me. Not gonna, though. I'm gonna go James Conner. It's a nice fall for James Conner for a team that needs a running back. Burrow went at 71. This is not the prettiest range. I don't see a lot that I love here. Probably Jawan Jennings is a play for me. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, Connor at 70. Again, a format where like early season points count just as much as later season points. Jordan Mason at 76. I was thinking he might be a target for me at 94. So that's unfortunate. But again, I have not really looked at ADP. Wait, how do if I reset, will this get me back to my rankings? I think so. I think that's what that did. Okay. Getting used to the format. Jaden Higgins at 85. I wish I had more of him. Still, I have a lot. I mean, a fair amount. A lot is relative for me because I'm pretty flat with my exposures. Wait, what's this about Vic? Ward? Who's Ward? Cameron Ward? already got an elite quarterback. No, I'm going to go Purdy. Only got one running back so far. I like Cooper Kupp for full PPR, I think. Evan Ingram there. It's intriguing. I'm going to go Kupp, though. Getting used to the landscape here. It's a little bit different. Oh, Jimmy Ward. Okay. Safety for the Texans. I saw they had an injury yesterday. I forget who it was. Defensive player, though. I think it was a cornerback. Forgetting the name, though. But it was like maybe serious. I think that's one of the concerns with drafting Texans. The passing game. I mean, part of the concern is the offensive line, but then the defense is also supposed to be really good, which is not ideal for the passing game. So, something to monitor. Any other camp news today? I haven't really seen anything. Too interesting. CeeDee Lamb thinks that Micah Parsons is going to be here. Harbaugh has looked into Najee Harris's eye, confirmed that he does still have two eyes, but he's not sure if he's going to be ready for week 1. Nothing much. Vic, can you broke his what? I'm not following what you're saying there. A defensive player from Dallas broke something and is out for the season. Broke his neck. Oh, geez. It's not great. All right, who's here? Christian Kirk still there. Probably need a running back. All right. Getting into the Tyjae Spears game now, I think. I like his floor-ceiling combo. I'm disregarding the comment that he could get 100 carries this year. I assume that means like he could get 100 carries this year, even if Tony Pollard stays healthy, I think is what they mean by that. which is still not like super bullish. It's not as bullish as when they say they're going to split carries, but it's whatever. Camp Scadaboo, I guess, is a spot for him. I'll go Scadaboo here. It's enough of a fall. I've got, decent sized Scadaboo bags. I've been laying off recently. I think I do like 20 rounds better than 18. Just gives you a few extra shots for some fun late players with upside. Does it give you the count anywhere on drafters? Like 2, 3, 4, 1, whatever your team is at. Oh, it's over here. Okay. 2, 3, 5, 1. That's where I'm at. All right. Nice and balanced. Yo, what's going on, Tubby? Yeah, you ready? I think it's less than a month now until the season starts. Let's get it. Yeah, Scadaboo. People are so polarized on Scadaboo. I know people who are like, you need to get Scadaboo every draft. He's going to absolutely crush. I'm definitely not in that camp, but I'm in the seems like a fine pick. Could be the starter. Not great that he's injured right now, though, during training camp for a rookie. And then the latest I've seen is people within the Giants camp saying that Tyrone Trace is a starter, has been the whole time. It's never been Scadaboo's starter. It's Tyrone Trace's backfield, which I'm kind of buying. I think he could lose the job, but I think going into the year probably is Tyrone Trace's job. But I don't know. I've drafted a lot of Scadaboo, like I said, because I think there's a possibility that he's a starter. And then regardless, he can win the role. Tyrone Trace can fumble it away. All right, I think it's a fair spot for Keenan Allen in a full PPR league. I'll take him here. 142 feels pretty good. Not like a great value or anything, but good enough. I need running backs, but I cannot pass up Brandon Ayuk at 147 on a team where I have Brock Purdy. I get it. It's the full season. So getting back weighted production doesn't matter, but still, I think Brandon Ayuk is just going to potentially do really well in those later weeks. So at 147, when I have Brock Purdy, I think that's a no-brainer for me. Yeah, Tracy, full PPR. I think Scadaboo could be involved in the passing game too, but yeah, we all know Tracy, former wide receiver, could catch a lot of passes this year. By the way, if you have not liked the video. Appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Just got to 4,600 as of today. So pretty excited to get over that 4,600 number, hoping to get to 5,000 by the NFL season. Got a long ways to go to get there, but all of your support would help. And if you want to get notifications when I go live, I'm going to be going live tomorrow with Scott Barrett, who just released his draft guide. Always a lot of great information in the draft guide. People look forward to it all year. He wins a lot of people their fantasy leagues. He's joining me tomorrow at 3 Eastern for a draft or two and to talk about it. Named his Exodia quarterback in that. Let me put up a banner here. Although maybe I can't leave it up. It's back to me already? All right. It is gross. Look at all these gross running backs. All right. All right, we'll get our stack here with Zach Ertz. I could go Najee. Not going to go Najee, though. I think I'll go for Miles Sanders. Starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys. I think he's a better pick here where the full season points count. Maybe could have pushed him to the next turn. Thank you, Spurious News. I do click who I want to draft. I do that very well. Whether it's the right click is another question, but it is who I want to draft. I am doing, I'll be maxing out the main contest. Doing a lot all over the place. EMAC, what are you doing? The draft is moving pretty quick. Really quick. I mean, this is already round 16. Started a little after 3:30 or 4:30 Eastern. We'll get it done in, 45 minutes for 20 rounds. Not bad. EMAC, I sent you a DM with a link to join me. I know you didn't say anything that you'd join me or anything, but why not? Why not just send it? You mean in like the first round? So like the 1.12, 2.1. Let me do my pick, and then I'll think about it. Rico Dowdle in full PPR. Justice Hill in full PPR. Do I have any? Sure, I'll go Hill. Similar clicks, I think. Kind of depends who falls there, but like with the usual suspects there, if Nico Collins is there, I like him a lot. If Malik Neighbors somehow falls to the 1.12, I take him. I don't like BTJ Achan is one that I do kind of a lot. I like that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, if he's there, I'll take him every time. I'll still take Puka there. I don't love the Stafford stuff, but I still think Puka's pretty good. But yeah, if I'm doing just like right at ADP, who's usually there, I like my most common is probably Nico Collins, Brian Thomas Jr., followed by maybe Nico Collins and Devin Achan. Apparently my last message to you did not go through, Emac, so I tried again. Does that mean you have me blocked? Is Emac blocking me? Old on old violence. I'm liking the team so far. All right, I'll read it off. Quarterback, I've got Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy. Running backs, James Conner, Tyjae Spears, Cam Scatteraboo, Miles Sanders, Justice Hill, Rico Dowdle. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, Cortland Sutton, Jawan Jennings, Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen, Brandon Ayuk. Tight ends, Brock Bowers and Zach Ertz. Feels pretty good. Grumpy old drafters. There we go. Hang on. Let's see if this works. Gonna bring in the oldest man to ever come on a best ball stream. So I'm the oldest to ever stream 150. Bringing on the oldest man to ever do a best ball stream, even briefly. It's not as pretty as I thought. I need to spread this out a little bit here. Emac, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good here. Yes, this is a rare best ball draft appearance. And I am the oldest ever. There we go. Although, to be fair, Stephen Leibowitz, I think, was on a stream at the end of last week.
He was on one with Spags at one point.
Spags, yeah.
All right, well, now I can do this so we're centered. I'll do that, I guess. Centered is maybe a little bit better than having us both off right. Probably if I spent a little bit more time, I could get us on the edge of the screen. That'd be better, but...
So I'm happy to do your second ever draft with you here on Drafters this season.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a full one after. Wait, I gotta. All right.
Yeah, you're on the clock.
I'm on the clock. Yeah. I really don't like clicking Kareem Hunt, but I think he's probably a good click. Actually, Noah Brown is another stack for me. I'll do that.
Hope he makes the team.
Noah Brown, come on. He's making the team. He's the
Terry McLaurin may not. Who knows?
Well, yeah, Noah Brown may be the wide receiver 1 for all we know. How many have you done?
You can tell the little number next year. I've done 33 here.
Okay, nice.
And about 60 on DraftKings. I haven't done any on Underdog.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if you actually drafted or you just like showed up and streamed sometimes.
No, I like the full PPR and the 20 bench points. I get creamed on, or that's not the best way. I get destroyed on Underdog.
Yeah,
It breaks my brain. I can only handle one swim lane at a time.
that's fair. Damian Pierce, I'm gonna do that. I'm doing fancy Damian Pierce. He's like the least fancy guy that I call fancy because nobody's been drafting him until recently.
Yeah, the Houston is an interesting situation. The offensive lineman getting injured for the Chargers is tricky. Who knows what's happening in Cleveland with running back now with quarterback.
It's kind of a mess. I don't love the latest because I've been drafting a ton of Dylan Sampson, Jerome Ford, not doing much of Quinshad Judkins. The waiving the right to a speedy trial, to me, I think Drew Davenport, got it right. That probably means they're negotiating something, and if they're willing to do that, it's probably got to be favorable for him. So maybe it comes back sooner than I think. If we just didn't hear anything, the longer we didn't hear anything, the better for those of us who are not drafting Quinshad Judkins. We'll see. EMAC present 2029.
I kind of, as soon as that came out, I stopped drafting him. I think most of the savvier people did, because it was too hard because he's not signed on a contract. You're sitting there going, what does that mean?
Right.
They gotta wait. If it's a bad enough thing, do they even sign him at all? Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like the fact that he's staying away from the team, not signing his contract, like all of that is like, that's not great for him. Yeah. Great for Dylan Sampson.
Yeah. And I don't even remember what his situation. I mean, all these situations are bad, but it's like, are you showing remorse? Are you getting ahead of it?
Right.
Are you, doing remediation to get counseling or whatever it might be? It's like, are you being contrite? Those are the things that I always am curious as people are doing. All right, what is your thoughts on a 4 tight end build?
20 rounds. I have no issue with it.
Boom, Noah Gray continuing my stack there with.
We got Mahomes.
With Mahomes.
Nice. Mahomes, Caleb, and T-Law. I know Shit My Money is a Noah Gray fan.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
You know that Jordan James injured himself? Gonna miss a few weeks?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah. I did not. I mean, he could still come back and be good.
Yeah, it's the full season aspect of this of drafters is unique compared to all the content that comes out there for the pods and the heavily weighted, second, third, and fourth round, which of course is where all the money is. Yeah. But one thing that I think I've seen people get super cute where they try to do stacking both sides of late season games, and it's like, that doesn't matter here.
Right. I mean, it can still happen naturally sometimes. Like I've done it in these contests where it's like Malik Neighbors and Brock Bowers, like to me, are just still the best picks here and like weekly winners and stuff. But like, yeah, you don't need to do that, and people just have that in their mind, like, oh, these are the two teams that play each other, so I should take them together. Yeah. Spurious News said that you're looking handsome. He actually creamed himself after he saw you. What's going on, Steve? Orfield EMAC. This is actually, by the way, I think the first time that EMAC and I have talked since I was let go by Stochastic, more like over a year and a half ago, which is kind of funny.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it was January of 2024.
Oh my gosh, we did all those Sunday night football games together.
I mean, we did. Yeah, we did a lot of streams together. But yeah, it's been a little while. It doesn't feel like it's been a little while because like we've talked in stream and stuff. But it's good to see you.
Oh, hey, green check mark, I see you there, Steve Shoop. Nice.
This is cool. So it actually gives you a nice little layout of your team at the end. Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy for me, James Conner, Tajay Spears, Cam Scattaboo, Miles Sanders, Justice Hill, Rico Dowdle, Damian Pierce, Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, Cortland Sutton, Juwan Jennings, Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen, Brandon Ayuk, Noah Brown, Kavontae Turpin, Brock Bowers, and Zach Ertz. Sorry, only 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends, but I feel like with the ones that I have, Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, Brock Bowers, Zach Ertz, I feel good about the team. What do you think, Mac?
I think it's good. I'd be a little nervous on your tight ends, only because the attrition is so high. But if Brock Bowers gets hurt, your team's not going to do that well anyway.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where I prefer 3, but I can live with 2 if it's a McBride, occasionally Kittle, and then of course, who am I blanking on? McBride, Kittle, and Bowers.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's kind of my stance too. Like in 20 rounds, I think 3 is generally better. Actually, I was looking for Tyler Higbee at the end there, and apparently he went one pick before me, and I just totally missed it. I was like, "Where is Tyler Higbee?" I was looking for him first. But yeah,
Shout out to the guys on either drafting on either side of me. You snagged my guys. Each of you got me twice. Where I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna click on." Nope, he's not there.
Assholes. All right. Well, EMAC goes 3-6-7-4. Kind of unique. Patrick Mahomes, Caleb Williams, Trevor Lawrence, Chuba Hubbard, Jalen Warren, Bashal Tootin, Jerome Ford, Roshan Johnson, Jordan James, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Xavier Worthy, Ted Aroa McMillan, Travis Hunter, Hollywood Brown, Parker Washington, Colston Loveland, Mike Gesicki, Elijah Arroyo, and Noah Gray. So you're pretty stacked up. You got Mahomes with Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, and Noah Gray, Caleb Williams with just Colston Loveland.
Yeah,
and then,
just Loveland.
And then Trevor Lawrence with Bashal Tootin, and I guess get Roshan with that Chicago stack too. Bashal Tootin, Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, Parker Washington. So you're all about the mega stacking, it looks like.
That just sort of happened. So the last 3 or 4 picks, I mean, Noah Gray was just a last click. Parker Washington, I think, is interesting. If I didn't have his quarterback, I wouldn't have taken him. I wish I could redo that Jordan James pick. I didn't realize he was hurt. I would have taken a different running back.
Yeah, some other rookie running back. Yeah,
is all. But if I look at my running backs there, that's kind of my weaker position. So I'm hoping that, Jerome Ford wins out, or at least is the lead back for 6 to 8 games.
Yeah.
In that, I hope Roshan Johnson is kind of a 2B where he's getting 30-40% of the work each week, and then Warren, I'm hoping he's the check down maestro. Iffy on Hubbard, that's more of a touchdown play, full PPR. He wasn't a great first running back, but I needed a secure. He is the starter guy because I waited a while. So
you also got him at what, pick 64? So like he just was a pretty nice value for you at 64.
Yeah. I was debating between him and Connor slid all the way down to you. So
yeah, I was pretty happy with that. All right, are you going to draft with me or on your own?
I got to run. We're getting ready to go to dinner here, but okay. I couldn't resist when you said I'll send you a link. Here we are. So we definitely need to catch up. For those wondering, we trade messages every now and then.
Yeah,
I hadn't realized it'd been that long. So perhaps I have to slot in with one of your afternoon drafts.
I'll reach out again.
I'll be the everyman on the stream. You can be the millionaire winner. I'll be the everyman. So.
Well, I appreciate you coming on briefly.
Of course. And remember, everybody, like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Join the Flannelverse, trying to get to 5,000 people. And if you draft 10, 20, or the 30 days out, but 10 or 20 consecutive days on Drafters, you will get a special offer, depending on which one. You only get one. So whichever is your longest streak, that's what you're going to get. But you need to do those as live drafts. This promotion, slow drafts don't count for that.
Okay, that's good to know.
That was my check the box today. So
well done, EMAC. All right.
I'll see you guys later.
All right, later, EMAC. Thanks. And along with that, you can use promo code PlayerQ or link in the description to get your first deposit matched up to $100. All right, I'm going to throw the music back on. Actually, I'm getting into a draft first, and then we're going to throw the music back on. All right, going to the lobby. Main event. Join in a fast draft. All right, 11 more to join. So we got a little time here. But if you want to get in, you got some time to join. I'm going to move myself back to the side of the screen. There we go. That's better. 10 more. You probably got time to sign up using my link, deposit $100, and still join. It'll be a few minutes. As noted, tomorrow I will be streaming with Scott Barrett, CEO of Fantasy Points, one of the sharpest fantasy football minds out there. Just released his draft guide this week. named his Exodia quarterback, Exodia players at several different positions, players that are just going too late in drafts. Should be fun with him. Steve. I was too late. I was too late, apparently. Yeah, Hartman says that's the biggest downside. It's sometimes a little slow to fill. My first draft was not. I was actually pleasantly surprised by how quickly the first one filled. This one's going a little bit slower, but still moving a little bit. Mike, yeah, I probably have time to look at your team. Yeah, let me try and get back to it. If I can figure out how to navigate there real quick. So I go to my teams. This is the team. View draft. This must be you, Mikey. We go Drake May, Tua Tagovailoa, Anthony Richardson, Saquon Barkley, Chase Brown, Omarion Hampton, Dylan Sampson, Kyle Monungai, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, Stephon Diggs, Jaden Reed, Michael Pittman, Darnell Mooney, De'Ami Brown, Malik Washington, Kayshon Boutte, David Njoku, Jonnu Smith, and Darren Waller. So you've got Drake May with Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte. Tua with Malik Washington and Darren Waller. Anthony Richardson with Michael Pittman. The quarterbacks look plenty good. Running backs really strong with Saquon, Brown, and Omarion Hampton, Dylan Sampson. Flyer on Kyle Monungai looks pretty good. Wide receivers, you get there with volume. Calvin Ridley, your wide receiver. You didn't take any wide receiver until the 4th round, but then you get there with DJ Moore. Calvin Ridley started really getting a lot in a row here. I think that was smart. Yeah, no, I think this team is good. Bye weeks make sense. Not a ton of overlap within positions. Good enough at every position. Yeah, good team. Good team. Uh-oh. I'm drafting slow. That draft after. So I went Jefferson in the last one. Do I just do it again? Just go Jefferson time and again. It's a start. I'll do 2 Jeffersons to start. I'll diversify later. All right, now to where do I go here? My teams. Oh, coming. There we go. Maybe this one. Registering. How full is it? Can we see it somewhere? I'm going to check in chat, see if anybody's telling me anything. I guess more people are becoming aware of drafters. I believe the big contest overlay by I didn't realize how much it overlayed last year. It's still on pace to overlay right now. Who knows how much? Maybe it'll fill. That's funny, JJ. Says, I love best ball because it gives losers like me hope that a lottery ticket could win 8 months later, when in reality I have 0 chance. We all have pretty low odds. But we can dream. That is the beauty. Spurious News, some feedback says maybe one more RB instead of Boutte, but he likes team a lot. Should have taken Lamb. Nah, J-Jets is my guy though. A view draft. Is this what I need? Not yet full. Yeah, but I just want to see how many until it's full. I think it had like 9 in there. Main lobby shows filled amount. Look at the blue line, go back to the lobby. Okay, all right, I'm going. Okay, so we're 5 out of 12 so far, if I'm understanding this right. 5 out of 12, we need 7 more for this draft. 6 out of 12 now, we need 6 more. Nice. Historically, this is inaccurate, Gallows Knight. He says, I just joined, even though it's negative EV to draft against you. Historically inaccurate. I particularly have not had success on drafters. I had a team that was like really high up there last year to start. I haven't, to be fair, very small sample size, so I'm half joking. But I have not gotten to the top on drafters recently. I shouldn't say recently, ever. I've never gotten. I don't think I've cashed, obviously, but I've never like finished top 10. Small sample size, but have not finished that high. So maybe drafting against me is the key. What warehouse are you in? What's it called? Is it by chance the WFN warehouse? This is the year. That's right, Spurious News. All right, we're up to what? We need 4 more. First deposit matched up to $100. And then come back tomorrow. Bring your questions for Scott Barrett. I think I might see if Mathology wants to do a drafters again on Monday for Mondays with Math. I'll talk to him because this is, he finished at the top of the BBM leaderboard last year, just drafted the nuts and had the best team in all of BBM for the regular season. If we can find that team again, we'll win this contest. Obviously not the best odds that we're going to find that team again. I forgot to make fun of Emac for he had to head out to dinner he's East Coast, but what was like 5:15 at the time that he was leaving. Just classic old guy going to dinner early. Do you view stacking significantly different in this? Really good question. I don't think so. I mean, maybe somewhat in that, because like you're not concerned about any like single game stacking, but like I think the benefit of stacking, like ultimately how I'm drafting, I don't think I'm drafting all that differently, because like a lot of the benefit is you're betting on the team for the entire season. So you just want you want to bet on team environments, like that's what Mathology always says. You want to bet on the team environment, just find teams that are going to crush, which is the same in both this and regular best ball. Maybe there are like slight considerations to like, if you're concerned about Lamar Jackson with Derrick Henry, which I'm not honestly I looked at the fantasy points from last year. They actually had several games where they both went crazy. So even in that format, not a real concern like regular best ball. But yeah, in this cumulative score in particular, like I think they're just really good together. You're just betting on that team being great all season. You don't care when they score their points. You don't need them to score all their points in the same week. But yeah, ultimately, how functionally do I draft differently? I don't think that I draft all that differently. I still I want to stack up my quarterbacks. I care less if it's a rushing quarterback, all the usual things. It would be interesting to see, like, if you did use a Sims tool for this, would it be any different? But yeah, my instinct is like you still want to stack. You want a team stack. You want your running back with the quarterback, all that. If you are ready, click this little box that says I am ready, let's draft. I don't think I've ever actually seen this work out where all 12 people click the box, but it's nice you have the option. I'd be curious to hear how other people answer that question. Oh, that's it. Yeah, Hartman says, more my thought was like Cowboys or Bengals double where you're spending high capital. Does that limit season-long upside too much, or does the ping pong idea still work? I think that's actually a good note. It might limit your upside too much. But, I mean, both, like, we've seen it several times where both Chase and Higgins can have great years. So, like, it limits the contingent upside of Higgins becoming, like, the alpha and crushing. So yeah, maybe I guess that does make sense, because you're not going to get that ping pong in effect. Obviously, you don't care about like week 17 game stacking here, that kind of stuff. Nice, got the 101. I'm in the 110. So probably not gonna continue my streak. No, I'm not chasing him up the board. Mr. Griffiths, are you chasing Keaton Mitchell up the board now? I'll draft him like late. But if he's moving up the board, like he's still just a fully contingent bet. Is this UWFN? Minnesota North? What's the full name here? I can't click it. It can't tell me. I mean, Keaton Mitchell has been a fine late round pick all along. I think he's still a fine late round pick. I think he's just fully contingent. Like there are other running backs who have more standalone value. WFN, not me. I think I tried to get him to talk in chat once, but to no avail. If anybody has ever tried to talk to me in chat, I did not see it. I want you to know. I'm probably not gonna figure out where you're chatting with me. People send me like friend requests on DraftKings. I'm like, there's no function to this for me. I do not do like social media on these. You can always DM me on Twitter, on Discord, whatever, but sadly did not. Almond Raw. Pepper Turner says, as a Ravens fan, Keaton is a long parlay to do. I mean, if Derrick Henry gets hurt, like I think he's got pretty strong contingent upside. Oh, Gallows in the 4 slot, love to see it. Let's see. Oh yeah, got the same. You got Jefferson. Ooh, both Genty and HM went. I was hoping to get one of them. My guy Brock Bowers is here though. I got him in the last draft. Drake London full PPR pretty good. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do Drake London. Just for a little bit of a different flavor. especially after seeing that Brock Bowers can fall all the way to the back of the second round. I do wish I could read the names here. I'm guessing if I move to my bigger monitor, I'd be able to actually see what the full names are. Wait, what's the slider view? Okay, here we can see the names a little bit better. Minnesota North Shore. Burrito Brian. Drafting for Lowell's. Okay, that's a good name. Oh, there's a bar here, I see. FF Stews, that's Hartman. D. Robbie. All right. Nice. I'm going to move back to the board view. Oh, guy in the 9th spot doing his first drafters back-to-back with Neil. Okay. Who's that? T-Mark? T-Mark 53. Is that right? Is that the name? T-Mark 530. Okay. Are you in chat, T-Mark? Or is this just a coincidence? Hampton at the 24. JT, are you or Hartman? Wait, is that Hartman or JT? No, I'm getting my streamers mixed up. I think it's Hartman. Yeah, Hartman. Are you concerned at all about what happened to the board here? About the Chargers offensive line? You went Amari and Hampton. I mean, I'm still taking Amari and Hampton, but I am a little bit nervous. First of all, let's not wish ill will. I'm not wishing ill will on Derrick Henry. Okay, but you don't think that Keaton Mitchell, even in that scenario, is going to come in and just take on the bell cow role? Yeah, CMC and Henry, it's a fun start. Oh no, Mr. Grapefruit. I don't think they'd go after. I mean, maybe they would. You never know. Yeah, I agree with that, Hartman, that Najee probably not ready for week 1. Oh, hell yeah. All right, we got Josh Jacobs at pick 34 on a team where we don't have any running backs. Love that. I was wondering, is he going to really start with 3 running backs? He thought about it, I think. Daniels and Kittle, those 2 picks that I would have liked. Man, DJ Moore is the top ranked. Who do I want here? You know what? I'm going to reach. No, I'm not. Running backs come later. I'm going to go Ted McMillan. Just so far, based on my 1 draft that I've done, you can get pretty good running backs pretty late. So I did not reach for a running back there. We'll see if that remains true. Yeah, very, very happy with the Josh Jacobs value there. Oh, I could have done Hurts. I do like the elite quarterbacks. With the other big three all gone, Hurts would have made sense for me. And then hope for Devonta Smith to come back to me. Devontae Smith. I always say Devonta, but I've heard it's Devontae Smith. All right, we got the North Minnesota North guy going Hurts with Barkley stack. I don't hate it. Bet on that Eagles offense. All right, Kenneth Walker at 45. He's one that I thought about reaching for. So now I've got one that you were thinking about taking. You got one that I was thinking about taking. Not bad. These are ETR rankings adjusted somewhat. Mostly just ETR rankings, but there were some players that I was like, I like this player better than ETR, moved him up. And then particularly later on, I think I moved some players up the board, but for the most part, it's ETR rankings. This is going to be my last draft of the day. Gotta get outside, get a little sunshine. Maybe a patio for some drinks. Beautiful night here in Minnesota. Yeah, nice value there in Kenneth Walker. Did Swift go at 53? Oh, you mean that's his ADP? Yeah, he went at 54. James Conner at 57 in this one. Not quite the same fall as last time, but still not bad. Yeah, I guess this draft we did not get any crazy running back fallers. The last one, it was Hubbard at 64 and Connor at 70. So here I think I'm just going to go Travis Hunter. Got the two exciting rookie receivers. I should say two of the. There are several that I like. Jaden Higgins pretty exciting to me. But the two most exciting rookie receivers. I do really like RJ Harvey, especially in full PPR. That's where I'm going to go. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this team so far. I got Josh Jacobs and RJ Harvey at running back, wide receivers Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake London, Ted Aroa and McMillan, and Travis Hunter. Obviously, we'll see if I can land the plane with some quarterbacks and some tight ends, but I like the players I've got so far. Yeah, 5th round Swift. I mean, he could be involved in the passing game, but seems really early to me. Especially when I got Connor at 70 in the last draft. You got a Hampton Harvey start once. What do you mean by a start? Like you took him in the first and second round? So you mean like Dynasty? That'd be fun in Dynasty. Oh, at run your first running backs at ADP. Okay. Love it. Just subbed, got a rep, a fellow flannel bro. Love to see that. Okay, got them at ADP. Okay, yeah, that's a fun start. A lot of upside for those rookie running backs. Two drafts in a row where Joe Burrow goes to a team that does not have a stack. And the T. Higgins drafter, me in the last one. I passed on him. Surprised this drafter didn't take him at 67. He does stack up Knicks with Cortland Sutton. I should look at the quarterback ADPs. At quarterback by ADP. ADP. Mahomes goes at 79, Fields at 91, Murray at 91, Baker at 101. Okay, so Baker goes at a more reasonable spot here than he does on other sites. Caleb 104, 105, Purdy 105, Drake May 111. All right. Generally like the same order. Baker, the only like big difference from other sites, I think. Stafford really fallen here, 173. So again, tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern with Scott Barrett. Going to be doing Mondays with Mathology on Monday with the BBM regular season winner. Do that every Monday. And then on Wednesday, Corain coming on for a draft at 3 Eastern. And then I'll continue drafting after that. So lot coming up on the channel. If you hit the little notification bell, you'll be alerted when I go live for those drafts. Pick 82. Give me the rookie with the good hands, allegedly. Oh, Addison went. I was kind of hoping to get Addison here. Jordan Mason there. That's my guy. Just look real quick. Yeah, Jaden Higgins there also. I'm gonna go Jordan Mason. I'm getting behind on chat. You got to be loading up on the Charbonnets and Tracy's if you want. If you start with those two. Burrow was sliding. Yeah, true. That's funny. Hartman says, I respect him protecting the integrity of the game, taking naked Burrow. Tootin, Sampson, Sanders after. All right, so you got your you added to the running back room. That's pretty good. And yeah, that would probably be starting pretty late with the running backs. Probably good wide receiver core. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you can always backstack. Not a ton of great options late with Burrow, but 4 straight rookies. I love my rookies. Peppertoni says, predicting a massive Aaron Jones fall off. I feel like he's way better than Mason still. He kind of fell off last year. That part of my reason for liking Mason is the team, the Vikings were giving Cam Akers carries when Aaron Jones was healthy, playing, splitting carries with Cam Akers. I think Jordan Mason is better than Cam Akers. I think the offensive line is really strong. What's up, Kieran? Good to see you from Australia. And all indications are that they're going to be splitting carries, but Jordan Mason's going to get the goal line work. So I actually still draft Aaron Jones a fair amount too. Like, that's just kind of a range where I like running backs. In full PPR, I do like Aaron Jones better than Jordan Mason. If Aaron Jones had been there 87, I would have clicked him instead of Jordan Mason, but I think like some standalone value, if he's splitting carries and getting the goal line work, like he can have some spike weeks without an injury to Aaron Jones, but then he's also like got contingent upside if anything happens to Aaron Jones, and Aaron Jones is aging. He's gotten hurt several times in the past. So I think the floor is pretty good. The ceiling is really good. Should be a good offense. Upgraded offensive line, all the things. And he had pretty good numbers last year. All of his spike weeks are early, so don't love that. And he did get hurt. And Jordan Mason also does have some injury history. So it's not like the safest click, but I think the upside is there. Yeah, I think that's fair. Peppertoni says, I think I just find Jones massively undervalued more than I don't like Mason. I think that's probably accurate that he's undervalued in PPR sites in particular. I think they're both pretty good clicks where they go. I also think the Vikings are probably going to be running it more this year, which is funny because I also really like JJ McCarthy. But I think like the most likely scenario is they run it quite a bit. Got 3 running backs, 5 wide receivers. Charbonnet, not the most exciting. A lot of contingent upside though. This is a weird range. I really don't know what to do here. Could go with one of these quarterbacks. Goff goes later here. I was going to go Fields. Just going to say, screw it. Naked Fields, come on down. But he goes. That's a nice fall for Fields at 110. I'm just going to do Goff. He did have some big blow-up games last year. He had like 45 fantasy point game in the playoffs. I don't know. I don't think this was my best turn here. I think I should have gone Goff at 106 because I didn't feel that great about Charbonnet. A little bit of a reach. Should have gone Fields at 106. Or I could have gone Loveland at 106 and then hoped for Caleb Williams to come back, or gone Caleb, and I don't know. Just don't think I played that well. Do you knock Mason a lot? I wouldn't say I knock Mason. I think it's less that I knock Mason, more that I value Jones more in full PPR. So I think I still have Mason, in the top 100, top 95 or so in full PPR. I just drafted him here at 87. But yeah, I flip I flip Aaron Jones ahead of him in full PPR. Honestly, I sometimes take Jones ahead of him in half PPR too. They're really close to me. That's really interesting. I'm not really familiar with Draft Sharks. Maybe I should check them out. Alex says Draft Sharks has Jordan Mason at 13.6% injury chance. Shockingly low for an RB, lowest I've seen on the site. That's really interesting. I thought about mixing with my last pick. I think he's like a fine pick here. At 130, 135, I would definitely strongly consider him. I guess he went. But yeah, I think anywhere after pick 100 is when I start to think about mixing. Depends on the team. I don't I didn't click him, obviously. I'm not excited about him yet, but once he gets to 130 or later, that's when I'm like, that feels like a pretty good click. I don't know. It's still maybe the worst offensive line in football. I don't think that he's a special talent. He looked better last year than he has in other years to me, but still was not I don't think he's amazing. And this injury could linger. So I don't think he's amazing. But around pick 130, I think I start to think the upside is really strong there. Apologies for the snipe. I guess not really a snipe. It's half a board away. Mason JJ, not a stack that I love. Aaron Jones, injury risk, I'll go 28%. Is it any injury, miss a game counts, or miss the season, or what is the what's the metric mean? $87.6%. That has to be just to miss a game. WFM Warehouse, leaving the warehouse. You also have a great weekend. Enjoy that nice weather. To miss 2 or more quarters. Oh, okay. Jordan Love went. I was kind of hoping to get him to fall back to me. Probably wishful thinking. Trevor Lawrence is here, though. It isn't a buy overlap. I don't love that. Gonna do it, though. Just have to take one more. Nice little fall for Scattaboo in this one. And the Caleb Williams drafter did not take Luther Burden. I guess this is still before. No, it's after ADP. All right, there he takes him. All right, 135. I think I'm inclined to go Penix. Got Drake London. All right, so the team now, I still don't have a tight end. got Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, Michael Penix, Josh Jacobs, RJ Harvey, Jordan Mason, Zach Charbonnet, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake London, Teteroa McMillan, Travis Hunter, and Matthew Golden. Feels all right. It's a cool old school style website. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, the wide receivers. Pretty happy with the wide receivers. I finished my first TV show that I finished in a while, The Hunting Wives on Netflix. I don't think I'd recommend it. It wasn't that good. I watched the whole thing, sucked me in, but it wasn't. I shouldn't even say it sucked me in. It was like I was watching it like, should I finish this? Should I just stop watching the show? It was enough, it's kind of it's a murder mystery. So it was enough that I was like, I guess I kind of want to know what happens. But I feel like I could have just watched like a 10-minute, recap video after the first couple episodes. I should have just said like, you know what? There's better TV out there. I'm just going to watch the recap video to tell me what happened in this. Do you think Jordan Addison cools off a lot this year, assuming both Jones and Mason will be good and Jefferson will be his normal self? And now TJ Hawkinson back also. Yeah, probably a little bit. Like I still buy Jordan Addison. I think where he goes is still a fair price. So yes, I think that he cools off a bit, just from a, like you say, like there is just too many mouths to feed there to some extent. But I think he's still he's just really good. He can cool off and still pay off his ADP in the 80s, even with the 3-game suspension. So I think he's a pretty good click where he goes. Maybe I'm a homer, but yeah. But I do, yes, I'm expecting some kind of dip, because late in the season he was getting tons of targets late last year. And I think that kind of has to go away with Justin Jefferson's just too good to not feed him. Keenan Allen at 138 in this one. I was dreaming a little bit. I was thinking about Rachaad White there. I think Romeo Dobbs, pretty good pick here. I don't have a tight end yet. Looks like Pitts went. I can take my Jacksonville tight end. All right, let's go Brenton Strange. Kyle Williams goes a little bit later here. I know that if I were using the sidekick right now, it would be screaming at me to take Kyle Williams. Maybe I'll do it. Another rookie. Do I want another rookie? I do really like Jerome Ford. He's probably not coming back to me. I think I'm going to do that instead. It is the worst, Hartman, to feel like you need to finish a show. Just got to watch the recap. What's going on? Hodge? By the way, Ryan Hodge involved with the, I forget, I can't give you a title, the creator of the solver. That's what this website is. Look, and you can find your exposures if you go to thesolver.com/best-ball-explorer. Really cool to be able to see your exposure across all the different sites. See your fee exposure overall. Shout out to Ryan Hodge there. Oh, Pitts went before Loveland. Yeah, I'm a huge Ford fan. Apologies that I keep sniping you. Yeah, I think I liked my last team better, but I like this team too. Okay, not the founder. Just been working with them for years and helping shape the product. Well, you're shaping it well. Quentin Johnson at 166. That feels fair to me. I have not drafted a ton of Quentin Johnston. I don't think I've drafted him at all since Keenan Allen signed. The vibes are kind of bad. He was not. They were already like, it wasn't. I was playing with the starters in camp and stuff. So I had some concerns with Quentin Johnston, and then they signed Keenan Allen. I still think like he's probably got some spike weeks in him, but pretty far from a target for me. It was Trey Harris for me, Peppertoni, who went earlier, so it's even worse probably. And yeah, I think QJ is actually like where they're going. It feels worse to me for Trey Harris than QJ, because I feel like Trey Harris is just like they drafted him and now they're saying like, yeah, I don't know, I don't think you're ready yet. I could be wrong. I'm hoping that I'm wrong and that he's still gonna be really involved, but I feel like QJ more of the like when he plays, he's got should have some spike weeks, whereas Trey Harris might just like he'll play some, but he's never going to be like playing enough or targeted enough to like get there on volume, and I don't know that he has the same kind of big play upside as QJ. All right. Some players I like here. I do think Wandale's a pretty good click in full PPR. Adam Thielen probably is too. I think Jonnu Smith a good fit for this team. Need another tight end. Man, I disagree, Peppertoni. Peppertoni says Keenan Allen, new price feels gross. I'm fine with the 4% I have of him for free. I think I'm chasing him up to the 13th round. I think I actually took him once in the at the end of the 12th round because I had Justin Herbert. Talking to Scott Barrett, like they moved him way up their ranking. Scott has him ranked as his wide receiver 52, which would be like a top 100 pick if you ranked him there. I'm not chasing him up that far, but like I'm going to take him now while he's still rising because I think he could end up. I mean, Mike Clay has him projected for over 800 yards and 6 touchdowns. Like that's really solid production. Obviously, would prefer if I had more from when he was free. but I'm chasing Keenan Allen up a little bit. Fair point by Hartman. Trayer just has to wash QJ. If you can't do that, then he didn't matter anyway. Maybe fair. Yeah. That's funny, Pepperoni. I have not taken Hunter Renfrow yet, but you might be right. How did the portfolio work out for you last year, Neil? Any good deep runs in week 17? So overall, it was a pretty tough year for me in best ball. Like my advance rate was below the expectation for maybe the first time ever. And then in like Best Ball Mania, did not advance a single lineup to week 16. So like I already had a bad advance rate, and then none of the teams that did make it to week 15 didn't advance to week 16, I think, in Best Ball Mania. So BBM in particular, really tough year. I did have a few finals teams, and 2 of them were actually pretty competitive. Or looked like they were going to be competitive. One of them was like, I just need anything from, I'm trying to remember who it was. It was like Debo, I think it was actually Debo Samuel or Terry McLaurin or one other receiver. Like if any of them put up like 15 points, I was going to be top 5 in a contest or something. And then they just didn't. They were awful. So yeah, did not end up doing well. I had some that looked promising in week 17. But yeah, not in Best Ball Mania, not in the DK Millie, where I had a really good team that was a Burrow, I think, double stack with Chase and Higgins, and it just made it to week 16, got knocked out in week 16 to just some juggernaut, and then would have been awesome in week 17 if it was there, but those are the breaks. So yeah, not a great year for me in best ball last year. I am buying into the JCM hype. I thought about if Jonnu was not available with that last pick, I think I probably would have taken JCM. That's right. This is our year. This is our year, Hodge. JCM at 196. Feels pretty good. I mean, it could be 0. Like the range of outcomes is wide, but I think there's opportunity to take over that backfield. And then obviously, if anything happens to Brian Robinson, just that much more likely. I could do DMU Brown on this team. Got the stack. This could be an Isaac Tesla team. Yeah, let's do the stack. Continue the stack for Jacksonville. Nice little triple now. Wait, what is the Sanders injury? Sanders went. I was thinking about taking him with my next pick. Is he seriously hurt? Let's see. Maybe a rookie with some upside. Let's go Jarquez Hunter. What's going on, No Cap Mac? Doing well today. Yeah, I missed out on whatever the Miles Sanders injury was. Reminder, if you have not liked the video, I would appreciate it. You can hit the little notification bell if you want to get alerts when I go live. A lot of great content coming out over the next week with some great guests. Trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. I'm at 4,600 now. Pretty pleased to get to 4,600, but would like to continue growing. So if you would subscribe, I'd appreciate it. It was earlier. Okay. It's a knee injury for Miles Sanders. Yeah, I searched his name. I'm not seeing any, terrible news on Miles Sanders. You guys playing preseason tonight? I'm guessing not if you're here. I actually don't even know what time it starts. Just for the sake of my mental health, I have not gotten super into preseason football because I'm so busy during the NFL season that I want to relax somewhat. And it's already in the off season. It's already like I'm doing a billion drafts, so not really relaxing. In a way, like I can't complain about doing a billion drafts. I enjoy drafting, but how do you rank the wide receivers at the 4-5 turn in a tournament style like this? Metcalf, Smith, Sutton, Jamo, Ridley. Probably Devontae Smith for me, number 1. Followed by, I mean, you're including Jamo and Mech. I guess Jamo number 1 for me. I'd probably go Jamo first there. I usually just play the ADP game though, so it's partially I'm saying Jamo because I don't usually get him at the 4-5 turn. So if he's there, I would take Jamo number 1, followed by probably Smith, then Metcalf, then Sutton, then Ridley. But honestly, it's for me, I'm playing enough volume that I want all of these guys to some extent. So if Jamo falls there, and Jamo, I'm not usually taking him at cost. So if he falls a little bit, then I'm like, all right, here's a good spot to take Jamo. So he probably would be the first of that group. I often at that turn, if Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith are both there, I'll do both of them. If Kenneth Walker is there, I'll take him there. Chuba sometimes. I'm trying to think what else I usually do there. I even pull up Travis Hunter sometimes. All right, let's see. I do really like Tyler Higbee this year. Let's do that. Noah Brown, Jordan Whittington. That's a fun turn there. I mean, that's my idea of fun. Might not be everybody's idea of fun. Let's look one more time at the running backs. Dameon Pierce again. Yeah. Dameon Pierce again. Yeah, I'll watch the highlights of preseason, but not the actual game. Who's your favorite rookie RB to target right now when factoring in cost? That's a good one. I mean, it's been Omarion Hampton for me. Now with the injury to Rashawn Slater, if I can get him, still in the second half of the third round, I'll take Omarion Hampton. I target RJ Harvey pretty heavily. Who else? What other rookie running backs do I target? I mean, Dylan Sampson at cost I think is phenomenal. So I guess it's probably Dylan Sampson would be number 1 on that list. My Bashal Tootin bags are very full. At this point, I'm getting so it's less exciting for me now because I'm nervous about how full my bags are on a rookie who is competing with 2 vets who I think could just beat him out. I do like the JCM click. Rashard Smith, pretty fun click. Could have the Jerick McKinnon role. Maybe earns a bigger role. But yeah, I think if I have to choose just one, I'd go with Dylan Sampson probably. Okay, it's just a bone bruise that happened a while ago. Do I like Pierce better than Marks at ADP? Was Marks there? I assume Marks was gone by here. But I don't think... I usually will click Marks before Dameon Pierce. So at ADP... I mean, Marks on at 172 here. So yeah, at ADP, I would say I like Dameon Pierce at 231 better than Woody Marks at 172. I think Woody Marks is fine at 172. But yeah, I think at ADP, I think Dameon Pierce, like, not that unlikely that he is a significant part of that running game, I think. Yeah, adjusting for ADP, I do think I like Pierce better. He also could be 0. I don't want to like overstate my confidence in it, but in a 20-round draft where he's just a late round flyer, I think it's a late round flyer where he has the potential to be the starting running back in week 1. All right, so my final team, I have Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, Michael Penix, Josh Jacobs, RJ Harvey, Jordan Mason, Zach Charbonnet, Jerome Ford, Jarquez Hunter, Dameon Pierce, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake London, Teteroa McMillan, Travis Hunter, Matthew Golden, Wan'Dale Robinson, De'Ami Brown, Brenton Strange, Jonnu Smith, and Tyler Higbee. So I went early with the wide receivers. Went with just 7 total. It's a 3-7-7-3 build. I think this is a strong enough team. Getting Josh Jacobs to fall to 34th, that was really helpful for me. RJ Harvey at 63 feels pretty good. Mason right at ADP, 87th. Charbonnet, contingency bet. Ford could be the starting running back for Cleveland. Jarquez Hunter maybe earns a role. End up with 3 rookie wide receivers early on. But I think that's okay when you've got Amon-Ra St. Brown and Drake London. Ate my vegetables with Wan'Dale Robinson and De'Ami Brown. I think the tight ends are okay. Yeah, I like the team. Anybody want me to look at your teams before I get out of here? I'll give it a minute here. Let me know. Or has everybody moved on to preseason DFS? I'll give one more shout out. If you use the link in the description of the video or promo code PlayerQ at Drafters, you can get your first deposit matched up to $100. Wait, take a look at 4. You went with J.J. McCarthy, Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa, Kenneth Walker, David Montgomery, Jalen Warren, Woody Marks, Corey Krasky-Merritt, Marshawn Lloyd, Justin Jefferson, Lad McConkey, Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, Cooper Kupp, Trey Harris, Kyle Williams, Adam Thielen, Sam Laporta, Darren Waller, and Pat Freiermuth. So you got J.J. McCarthy with Justin Jefferson, Justin Herbert with Lad McConkey and Trey Harris, Tua with Darren Waller. I think this is a strong quarterback room. I like some of your values at running back. I mean, Kenneth Walker, I think, is undervalued. Dave Montgomery, pretty strong value where he goes. Jalen Warren, full PPR, seems like a good target. Woody Marks, like I said, I think is totally fine at 172. Could also be the starting running back week 1. Krasky-Merritt, that's always a fun pick. Marshawn Lloyd back at practice could be the RB2 there. Like that strong running back room. Lad McConkey getting a little bit of a fall there at 21. Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, Cooper Kupp. Yeah, Trey Harris. Did you? I think you took him over. No, I think you took him after Keenan Allen. But yeah, he's fallen. Who knows where he's going to settle? I think this is probably about right. Kyle Williams, nice little fall to 165th. Thielen, I thought about taking Thielen before this. So again, you got a guy that I was considering a little bit later. So that's fun. Full PPR, like I think you could still score some fantasy points here. And then yeah, Laporta, Waller, Freiermuth. Not the most fun TE 2 and 3, but I think it's enough. And Laporta strong. I think it's a good team. All right, Hartman. I won't look at your team. All right, that's going to do it then. Thanks, guys. I'll be back tomorrow at 3 Eastern with Scott Barrett. Check that out. Should be a good show. I'll catch you then. Talk to you later.